Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the weekly live meditation. For some reason, my background isn't working very well. Don't know why. Sorry about that. Now it's coming and going. So, oh well, it is what it is. So, as you know, if you've been watching for a while, I always meditate before the meditation to find out what source wants me to meditate on. And tonight I was told to Google meditation topics. I said, okay. So I did that and I found it very interesting. All the misinformation that's out there. It's just unbelievable. There is some good information. I'm not saying it's all bad, but I'll talk about some of the things I found. One of the things that really is crazy for me, I see it all the time, and people use the term mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness is why you meditate. You meditate to become mindful. Mindfulness is not a type of meditation. Mindfulness is what you do when you're not meditating. In other words, you meditate, you become self-aware. You become aware of how you think. You become aware of your feelings, your emotions, and you start to notice how you deal with those emotions or don't. Do you bury them? Do you deal with them? Do you work on them? And mindfulness is what you do during the day when you notice those thoughts and those feelings come up and how you deal with them. That's mindfulness, okay? So you don't do mindfulness meditation. That's two different things. The second one is I saw someone say, I can't sit still. What do I do? And the answer was, get ready. You have a mental health issue. You need to go get therapy and take medication. No, no, no. And then, of course, there's monkey mind, which is the same thing. Usually you can't sit still, and that's usually because you've got monkey mind. It means you're doing the wrong type of meditation. There are many, many different types of meditation. In fact, there's thousands of different kinds of meditation, which is what my book, Meditation Demystified, is all about. It categorized the meditations into 5 topics based on the 5 elements. So if you have monkey mind or you can't sit still, I put this in the category of the fire element. So instead of trying to go, get this going on, it's not going to work. You need to move. So a fire meditation is a moving meditation where you're active, where you get up and go for a walk, where you do yoga, tai chi. Maybe you run. You can run and get into a meditative state. You can walk and get into a meditative state. You can do all kinds of different things that are repetitive. A friend of mine says, well, I don't meditate, but I do walk along the beach. Duh. That is her meditation, and she's a very high-powered, energetic person. She needs to walk, but being by the beach is excellent. And if you just can't do walking, you don't quite have that much energy, but you're really upset, do like the Hawaiians. They would stand at the edge of the ocean and just stand there staring out at the water. And if you've ever sat and stared at the ocean and watched the sunset, of course, you have to be on the West Coast someplace to do that, and just watch the sun goes down. I lived in California for a very long time, over 30 years, and watching the sunset at the beach was pretty darn cool, let me tell you. So you go in the afternoon, you pack a meal for dinner, and you eat on the beach, take a friend, and you just sit there. You don't have to talk. You just sit there and watch the waves and watch the sun and watch it go down. And if you're really careful, as the sun goes down, there's a flash of this bright, like teal blue, almost greenish blue flash as the sun goes down. When I was in French Polynesia, we went out on a catamaran and we saw that little, you just watch the sun go down at the last second. If you're lucky, you catch that little flash of blue-green light. So there's lots of fun watching the sun go down. Sometimes it helps to be in the tropics or on an island. So you don't have any mountains in the way because you want to watch it go down on the horizon. It only happens on the horizon. Okay, so another question I saw a lot about was, is it okay to lay down or can you meditate in bed? Of course, I always tell people you can sit, stand, walk, or lay down. I just don't recommend laying down if you're tired because you're going to fall asleep. Now, if you're tired, you may need sleep more than meditation. However, when I'm tired and de-energized and I don't have time to go go take a nap, I do a quick meditation. It will rejuvenate you, especially if you go in, you notice what's going on, what do you need to work on, are your chakras okay, do you have any blockages? Just do a nice, cool blockage. And then I got certified in kinesiology. There's this great thing, a trick that I learned to do. You take your fingers and you touch the base of the front of your body, around the pubic bone, and you just come up 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and oh my God, that just gave me tingles. I had energy, but so sometimes when I need energy, I just do that little trick. It's really amazing. But a quick meditation, it doesn't have to be a long one, just like 10 minutes. And you're back. You're back there. Stress and relaxation. You really need to use meditation for stress and to relax. If you can't relax, maybe you need some of those fire meditations, like a moving meditation. And if fire meditation is usually what you like to do it on a regular basis. But one day you might be, oh, I'm just too tired. I can't do my 6-mile run or whatever you usually do. Do a seated meditation. You don't have to always do the same meditation every day. Base the meditation style on where you're coming from at the time. And that's why my book can help you, or I have a free class, Om for Success. And I'm in the process of loading it into the app right now. I've got the beginning set up and I'm going to reteach it live. I taught it live last year and it was so amazing. And I recorded it. That's what I'm going to put in the app so you can just watch it anytime, no matter what time zone you're in. But we have another summit coming up, March 23rd, and I'm going to do the class live one more time. It was so incredible being live with the students. So I didn't record the students. I use handouts. So you see the handouts and you don't see the students. And then I would stop the recording and then I would answer questions for the students. And by the end of, there's a 30 days and then a workshop to prepare you for the masterclass and a 6-week masterclass. That whole product, 3-part, is all free. And in the 6-week masterclass, we really dive deep into a lot of the emotions and the 5 elements and understanding the elements and how to know which one you are, how to recognize that element in other people so you can improve your interpersonal relationships and understand yourself better and your communication style and your own health, because you can look at someone's face and just by looking at their face, you can tell a lot about their health and a lot about who they are as a person, just looking at the face. And all of that's free. So if you're having any kind of problems, please feel free to join the class. And I've got a book written to go with the class. I'm editing it now and I hope to publish it later this year. So that'll be March 23rd and you'll be able to sign up for the Home for Success program. Again, it's all free, even the 6-week masterclass. And the registration opens tomorrow. Maybe after this podcast, I will turn on the registration now, because in some parts of the world it's already March 1st. So after this meditation, give me maybe 30 minutes and I will turn that on for you. So you can register for the summit. It is free and it is live, and it's about 6 hours long, and you'll be in Zoom. Even the free people will be in Zoom. That's what I did last year. We had even the free people in Zoom, and each speaker will do a talk. It's not an interview, it's a talk about what they do. And then they're going to do a live demo. So there'll be group sessions, one-on-one sessions, all kinds of different things are planned for you. So we hope you will join us. So tonight's topic, so that was my search for what to talk about tonight. I thought that was interesting what's coming up. Be very careful what you read when you do searches about meditation. When I teach meditation, it does not include any dogma. People of all religions, including Muslims, take my meditation program. Christians, any religion can take my meditation because there is no dogma. I do share other belief systems because I've studied them, and I kind of pull that information together. But I don't say, oh, you have to follow the 8-fold path, or you need to know the 5 blah, blah, blah. No, none of that. Because meditation is for everybody, and it doesn't matter. You can be an atheist and meditate, okay? When I started meditating, I was actually an atheist. It did change me. I had an intervention from source, and when that happens, you go, oh, gosh, I was wrong. There really is a divine. So, you know, source may decide you need to change, or you decide you may need to change, but that's not up to me. All I do is show you what to do to have your own connection to source, so that you can follow your own personal path without any dogma. Whatever dogma you want to believe, that's up to you. I have no intention to change anyone's belief system. And if you don't like to call it source, call it whatever you want. Divine, great spirit, creator, God, whatever you want. That's fine. Okay, so then I thought, I wonder what ChatGPT will tell me. So I told ChatGPT I would like some meditation topics that are unique. And he gave me about 10 topics. And looking through them, I saw one that kind of triggered what I should talk about tonight. And that is Geomancy and the star tetrahedron. So you may or may not know what geomancy is. There are 5 what are called Platonic solids, Platonic solids. So they come in various shapes. One of them, I have a big one here. I'll back up a little. This is called an icosahedron. So that's the pointy things all over here. And then inside of it, it has a tetrahedron, an octahedron, a dodecahedron. So, it doesn't have a dodecahedron inside, but it has all the other shapes. And there's also the star tetrahedron. And if you look at the star tetrahedron and you put a circle around each of the points, you have what's known as Metatron's cube. And most people see Metatron's cube as a flat image with the circles around it. And if you make it just like a star with the circles, that's called the Seal of Solomon. So if you know who Solomon was, he's an Old Testament guy. So if you followed any of the Western religions, you would have known who Solomon is, and the Temple of Solomon. He was considered the wisest man to have ever lived during his time. Unfortunately, he did turn towards the dark side because he started using elementals and controlling elementals. So he would open a door to the astral plane, bring them in, tell them what to do, and then he would put them back and use the Seal of Solomon to seal them back in. But that's a misuse of power. You don't want to work with elementals, okay? I know a lot of people do. When I studied with Buddha Maitreya, he said, don't do that. Some things, when you work with them, they lead to a dark path. Remember, the dark path starts with light. So even the dark path has light. That's called, Luciferian. So when, the blinding light, that's Luciferian light, leads to the dark side. I call it shiny object. You look at something, oh, look how cool that is. And it's like the Jesus being tempted by the devil. Look at all that I can give you. Oh, look at all the power you will have. Look at all you own, the materialistic side of things. And you think, oh, what can harm if I have that? And then it leads you down the dark path to Satan, two different beings, the light and the dark of the dark side. So you want to stay on the light side, and the light is source. And our goal in life is to be more like source, to clean up our energy field, to clean up our chakras, to clean up all our channels, so that we can be a light body. Everybody talks about the light body. That's what we're talking about. And so that's the star tetrahedron. So I'm going to hold it here. And you notice you can turn it different ways. And it looks like right here in the middle, you can see an octahedron, which is the physical plane. Okay, so when you study the 5 elements, oh, I'm sorry, that's the tetrahedron. Sorry about that. The tetrahedron is the 3-sided. So that would be the pyramid on top here is a 3-sided. That's the tetrahedron. So that's fire, the tetrahedron. And then when you go this way, you get the octahedron. And the octahedron is air. Okay, that's air. And then you have the cube. Can we get the cube in there? There's a cube in there somewhere. I don't know if I can get to the cube. The cube is earth. And then the icosahedron, this big guy here, this is water. You can see how many points it has. And this particular element vibrates at a frequency so high that when you see it, it looks like a sphere. That's why it's called water, because the circle is water, it's wholeness. And then the dodecahedron, which is one of my, oh, there he is. There we go. Here's a dodecahedron. It's a pentagon on each side. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So penta is a 5-sided figure. So it has 10 5-sided faces to it. And then on the inside there, you can see the tetrahedron. And then the octahedron. Here's the tetrahedron here. And the octahedron and the oh, there's another right here. Right here. If you look carefully, you can see where my fingers point here and here. And here, there's another tetrahedron. So it's got multiple, and sometimes when you hold it just right, you can see the cube, which is the octahedron. The 4-sided pyramid, one on top of the other, is the I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Tetrahedron, octahedron, dodecahedron, icosahedron, and I forgot the name of it. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, it's all here because this is also the shape of humanity. So you think of the head, the arms, and the feet. Okay, so if you look at what's that man? Michelangelo's man, he fits inside of here. So this is like a small building block. So all of everything starts with this 3-sided pyramid, the tetrahedron. Okay, so think of this, and we're going to meditate on this tonight. And oh, I just had a major delivery. So I'm going to have to run and get it and bring it in the house, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday. They had, I don't know what happened with UPS. They messed it up. And it just came and it can't sit outside, so I had to bring it in. Sorry about that. Okay, so star tetrahedron. Okay, so that's what we're going to meditate on. And what I want you to think about during the meditation, or not really think about, but ask Source to explain to you what this means for you. Oh, I almost had this. Yeah, you could almost see the square cube. Anyway, what does this mean for you? How does this impact you? What is the energy of this shape? Or, if you would rather study the dodecahedron, this Vajra, this is a Vajra, it's got a dodecahedron on either end. It's called a Christ principle dodecahedron. So if you're a Christian or you're someone that follows Jesus, Jesus is one person who filled the office of the Christ. There's always someone that fills the office, not just, actually, his real name was Jeshua, not just Jesus. The name Jesus, somebody gave, I don't know who gave him that name. Somewhere along the line, his name was changed. Almost everybody in the Bible that Christians read had their name changed. So if you study the Epic of Gilgamesh or the Numo Elish or any of those ancient texts, you'll find the same characters with different names, but they're the same people. Noah's name was changed. All of their names were changed. So take your pick. You can meditate on a Platonic solid. You can meditate on a tetrahedron, a three-sided pyramid, or you can meditate on the octahedron. I'm calling this an octahedron. Octahedron's a cube. The four-sided pyramid that's up and down that I don't know why I'm not thinking tonight. Anyway, or the icosahedron, the dodecahedron, whichever one you want. I wonder if I have a nice picture. I should do that. That way you'll have a picture that you can look at if you want to. And you can see any of open. I should have thought of this sooner, huh? I planned all this at the last minute, so I didn't think, why don't you look things up? Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to keep holding up the star tetrahedron because that's what I'm going to focus on, but you can focus on any of these Platonic solids. Academy classes. Om for Success. I'm going to pull up my Om for Success slides. Let's see here. There we go. This is a nice one. So instead of using my usual meditation, this is one of the slides from my Om for Success 6-week master program. And here you can see the five Platonic solids. Oh, it is an octahedron. Oh, this is a cube. Oh, I was calling it by the right name. Well, there you go. Obviously, I'm dyslexic and I sometimes mix up things that I call them. So you've got the tetrahedron, the cube, the octahedron, the dodec. You know what? I have a better image. I'm going to stop share. I'm going to go, I think in class 6, I have another image that's even better because I didn't have that for class 1. I figured it out later. let me go to file, open, class 6. And class 6 was about the chakras. So we go through the 5 elements or the first 5 classes, and then class 6 is the chakras. And here we go. This is better. So let me do a share screen again. And here I put the element on top of the different shapes. So fire is a tetrahedron, earth is a cube, excuse me. Air is the octahedron, aether in Chinese medicine, this is called wood element, and air in Chinese medicine is the metal element. And then let me make this bigger. There we go. Now you can see it better. And then the water element is the icosahedron. Okay, the icosahedron is the one that vibrates at a very high vibration, so it looks like a sphere. And the dodecahedron is the Christ principle shape. And all of these elements or shapes fit into the icosahedron. They literally will fit into it. And each of these, if you draw a line from one face to the other, you get a center point. And it's your soul, it's the center. So the center of fire, the center of earth, the center of air, the center of water, except for this one. When you draw a line from one face to another, none of the lines cross. The dodecahedron is a very unique shape. And it's not like any of the other Platonic solids. So let me see if I can quickly find a star. HED. Oh, as you can tell, this was not planned. Copy image. So I'll just add the star tetrahedron up here. Okay, so you just focus on whichever one you want to focus on. So you can focus on fire, earth, air, aether, or water, or the shape, or the star tetrahedron. And I'm just going to guide you to a point where you're going to ask Source, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, when you meditate and you connect to whatever it is you connect to. Different people, some people connect to spirit beings, some directly to Source, some to their solar angel, some to their own soul. Whatever it is that you connect to, I don't tell people who to connect to. I leave that to you. Ask them what the significance is for you, and just ask them which one is important for you, which shape, which element, and what the star tetrahedron means for you. So I'm going to go ahead and begin the meditation. So if you have a headset, I use binaural beats music, so you want to get a headset. If you don't have a headset, then get some stereo speakers, one on each side. It really does make a difference. But if you don't have that, that's okay. You'll still hear nice music. And then decide on what position you want to use. You can sit, stand, walk mindfully, or lie down. Oh, I get the hiccups. I'm sorry. If you lie down, you want to put something under your knees and your neck to protect your back. And I don't suggest it if you're tired, because you'll probably fall asleep. If you want to stand, that's fine. It's nice if you're either outside, especially next to a tree where you can touch the tree or lean against the tree. Or if you're inside, if you can look out a window at something alive, or if you have an indoor plant. Worst case, look at something green. If you have like a Tonka or some religious figure, or if you have any kind of a form that you can look at, that's what you want to focus on. Usually with a standing meditation, it's done with the eyes open, at least in the start. The same with walking. You want to clear a space where you can walk in a small circle so that you can hear the meditation, but you're going to be focused on walking. And so you're going to have your eyes open. Unless you can walk safely with your eyes closed. Some people have that gift. If you don't, most people don't, you'll be walking with your eyes open. So I usually look at my feet and I just watch my feet taking each step. And then if you're going to sit, you want to sit up straight and you want to pull your angel wings, your scapula together and down. That forces your back straight and your neck straight up. And you want your feet flat on the floor. Don't ever cross your legs. Blocks your channels in your legs that go up and down from and to the head and the body. So you never want to cross your legs. It's bad for you. Cuts things off, cuts off the lymph flow. So you want your knees straight out from your hips, hip width apart, and feet flat on the floor. So that means no man spreads, right? You don't want to do that. You want this. And what else? Oh, mudras. So decide how you want to hold your hands. If you get too spaced out during meditation, you want your hands face down. Otherwise, you can have them face up. You can do the typical close all your channels off meditation. If you want to manifest, you can have two fingers like this. If you're having trouble staying up straight, then you put the first two fingers together and three fingers straight out ahead of you. And that will bring your head back up straight while you're meditating. So you don't have to come out of meditation to get straight again. You just go like that. So those are the mudras. So let me get the music started. And do a share sound because I don't think you can hear the music unless I share sound. Then we'll make it stereo so the binaural beats will come through. And let's go into full screen on this so you can picture. And then you don't need to watch me. Okay, very good. So let's close our eyes and begin to relax the body. Just let it go of any tension. Just sort of tune into your body. Do you have tension? A lot of people have tension in their neck and shoulders. Just let that float away. If you have any pains, just notice is there pain anywhere in the body? Once again, allow that to just float away. And someone recently told me that a lot of people have, especially women over 40, have second chakra pain. So you have issues around the second chakra because you've repressed emotions there, which is why a lot of women have gynecological issues. So go ahead and let that go, because you don't need to save that for anything. It isn't needed. Just forgive anyone that hurt you. And now just allow your toes and your fingers to completely relax and begin to feel the tingling. And that tingling sensation start to move into your feet and hands as you relax even further. And it slowly begins to relax the muscles of your calves and your lower arm. Feel that energy flowing up, relaxing you. And into your thighs and upper arm, and into your shoulders and torso, as your entire body begins to relax. And as that relaxation flows up into your mind, all your worries and your monkey mind and your thinking and your concerns, they just float away because right now you don't need them. And guess what? You'll be there when we're through. Whatever problems you have, they just stay until you finally resolve them. So allow them to float away for now because you don't need them. You can always tap back into them later. So just go ahead and allow this wonderful feeling of relaxation fill your entire body. And now we're going to clear all of our energy channels and our chakras. So we're going to call on divine or diamond source light energy. We just ask Source, God, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, to bring in this beautiful crystalline light. And we ask this light to clear all of our channels, to remove any blockages, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and to align each chakra. First, the base of the body. Second, the sacral chakra. The third, solar plexus chakra. Fourth, heart chakra. The fifth, throat chakra. The sixth, the ajna center. And the seventh at the crown of your head. Feel your body as it begins to tingle even more. Now every cell of your body is vibrating. You are now in complete alignment and you are ready to meditate. So we call on whoever it is you want to call on. Power animal, spirit teacher, solar angel, your soul, your higher self, source, God, divine, whatever you wanted to call it that you communicate with, to help us understand. Place a tonic solid of your choice, the 5 element of your choice, or the star tetrahedron. And you can see them on the screen if you don't remember what they look like. And you can just focus your attention on that one, either element or shape, until you have it burned into your inner self, until your third eye begins to see that structure. Just go ahead and close your eyes then when you're ready. So when you're ready and you feel you can see that shape in your third eye, and you may not physically see it, but you feel it, or you just know it, or each of them has its own frequency, you may be hearing it. Whatever works for you, but you just know you have that shape. Focus on that shape and ask, what does that shape mean for you? What do you need to know about this shape or element? What is it there for you that will help you, your spiritual path, either physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or any combination of or even all of them? What does all of this mean for you? And now we'll be quiet for a few moments while we listen for the answer. bodies. So I'm going to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Do not come back quickly. It's not good. You'll get a headache. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. So we're now back. So if you have some water, drink a little water to help ground you. And pull out your journal. Mine right here. Be sure to journal what you got. I don't know about you, but I got some profound information on the star tetrahedron, which I will now add to my class. And I didn't mention something when we brought in the crystalline light. You can use it for self-healing. And I noticed that I had my hands like this, which is how you hold them when you bring in the crystalline light to do a healing. And the energy coming out of, you have a chakra right here. The energy coming out was so strong that I noticed it in the meditation. I went, holy cow. So I actually gave myself a healing. So if you come to the summit on the 23rd of March, it's free. One of the things I'm going to do is a meditation with a Qigong exercise that literally clears all of your healing. You can do the Qigong sitting down. Qigong is a non-moving meditation, but it's a moving meditation, but you don't move around much. You can do it sitting. And Tai Chi, if you do Tai Chi, the way you start and end the Tai Chi session is with Qigong, with the Qigong pose. And so we're going to do this crystalline light thing to clear all your acupuncture channels and work on your organs. So if you need any kind of a healing, you want to go through that exercise. And again, it's free. Okay. But you just use your hands with a crystalline light. And so I just went through all my organs and some of my body parts, even my brain. I did a brain balancing, all kinds of things. So you can do all of that with that crystalline light that we brought in. And you don't need an empowerment to bring it in. You just connect to source or whatever you call source, and it comes through. And it's pretty awesome. If you're not sure how to use it, there is a website, divinesourcelight.com will get you there, but it's actually called diamondsourcelight.com. So you can go to diamondsourcelight.com and it will, I've written out the steps, and then there's a video that takes you through the Qigong exercise, and there's an audio in case you don't want to watch the video, and then there's a transcript. So all of that is available on diamondsourcelight.com. And the summit is, I'll put it in the comment below after this meditation. But it's a Holistic Transformation Summit. So that's this little dot here, Holistic Transformation Summit, Soul, Mind, Body. So it's this guy here. And it was, as usual, wonderful to be with you. Oh, I'm supposed to check and see if there were any comments. We did have comments one time. That was fun. Let's see if we go to chat. What is there? Let's see here. I have to open a different window and go to, oh, you know what? I think I'll use my phone. I think when I open another window online, it doesn't work very well. Let's see here what we can get. Here we go. And go to turn off the sound. Chat. Nope, nothing in chat. So I'll post it in the comments how you can register for the summit, and I will turn that link on right after this so that you can register now for the summit. So thank you for joining us, and remember to be the light you want to see in the world.